still some of the correlatives are left.
Oh, okay.
So let's continue.
Sure, sure.
Hmm. Of course, we studied that in adjective also, but still, I just want to review. Let's
Sure.
go as, or it may be sometimes so as.
So both are same.
Yeah, both are same, but little bit like
Okay.
as we use for simple sentences, so as for negative.
Oh, okay.
Like as means like my shirt is as white as yours. Like this. Itna ki jitna.
Okay.
This fruit is as sweet as sugar is. Or it may be in any tense.
Okay.
Like he was as good player as Sachin is
Okay.
in his childhood.
Okay.
So here you can say he was as good player. He was as good player in his childhood as Sachin Tendulkar is.
Okay.
Because we are talking about he, his childhood, not Sachin's childhood.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay.
But where?
So,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, please go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, ask me if you have any doubt.
So we are talking about him, right? That's why we are saying like was for his childhood, and Sachin is why we are using present tense means we are not talking about Sachin. So he is always like that. I mean,
Because actually he was. Me in
okay,
his childhood, he was as good as Sachin is today.
okay, got it.
Getting my point.
Yeah,
He was
okay,
as good player.
okay, got it. Okay, we are comparing with present Sachin, not that time,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay,
Present
got it.
Sachin with
Now,
the uh, past of that particular person.
got it.
But if it is negative, you are not so powerful as I am. Instead of as, because this is negative, we should use so as. Means you are not so powerful as I am.
Okay,
Like this.
okay.
Hmm. Next one is also very important. The
Yeah, please write at least one sentence,
Oh
please,
yes, I didn't write.
please.
I forgot. Like first example was my shirt is as white as yours. My shirt is as white as yours.
Okay,
You are not so powerful as as I am.
Okay.
So these are means so as for negative and as for
Positive. Okay.
next is the, and it is always followed by comparative degree. And then comma the comparative degree. Like
Okay.
जैसे जैसे वैसे वैसे. I told you that in adjective also, but we have to review it because it is in that topic.
Okay.
जैसे जैसे वैसे वैसे, जितना जितना उतना उतना. Like if it is comparative, if it is no adjective, then we use more. Like I write here, the more you eat, comma, the fatter you will get. The more you eat, because in the first part of the sentence there is no adjective, we are using more. The more you eat, the fatter. We have used that adjective fat in comparative degree. The fatter you will get. जितना तुम ज्यादा खाओगे उतने मोटे तुम हो जाओगे.
Okay.
One more example. The deeper you dig the well, the sweeter water you get.
Okay.
The deeper you dig the well, the sweeter water you get. कुआं जितना गहरा खोदोगे उतना मीठा पानी मिलेगा.
Okay.
Like this. So this is like this. The next
Sure.
one I am telling you, that is both and. This is also comes in correlatives. Both and. Like we can say the company deals in both. That company, I write that company deals in both sales and service.
Okay.
The company deals in both sales and service.
Okay.
Like I say, I teach both the languages, English and Hindi. Like this. Next is as many as.
Okay.
It is for countable noun.
Countable noun. Okay.
I can eat as many bananas as you can.
Okay.
I can eat as many bananas as you can. मैं भी उतने ही खा सकता हूँ जितने की तुम. As much as, same it is for uncountable now.
Okay.
I can write this sentence. I can eat as many bananas as you can. This is the example.
Okay.
As much as.
Okay. This is
Like,
for uncountable nouns. Okay.
yeah. You can use it in any tense. Like, I have got as much money as, it may be in past or future or whatever. I have got as much money as you have, or as had, anything.
Okay.
जितनी की तुम्हारे पास है या जितनी की तुम्हारे पास थी. I have got as much money as you have or as you had.
Understood.
Like
Okay.
this. So I think almost we have finished, but still if we come across with some other correlatives, I'll tell you in between.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
Otherwise, most commonly used correlatives, I think we have already discussed.
Sure.
So that is all. And now a new topic we would like to begin with.
Yes.
That is, direct indirect speech.
I think this is very important, right? I mean, all are important,
Yes.
but most of the time we use, right, Subodhi?
Yes, you are right.
Okay.
This is very, very important part of that English grammar, because I've seen that most of the time we commit mistake. So
Okay.
we must have good command over it, and if you have good command over it, you'll be able to write good English and you'll be able to speak very good English.
Okay.
So let's start. But before we go to that topic, we must understand what direct is and what indirect is.
Okay.
Direct means when, suppose, I speak something, or you can say, suppose any famous personality, or it is a statement, suppose, by any celebrity, then you cannot change it into indirect.
Okay.
It is always indirect speech. It cannot be changed into indirect, because it was said by someone who is very famous or who was very famous.
Okay.
It is never changed. That is the first rule. So you may
Okay.
note it down, or should I write it here?
Yeah, I mean, because I'm taking from the notes of yours, so
First rule I am writing here:
sure.
the statement by any celebrity
Okay.
is not changed into indirect. This is the
Okay.
first rule.
Okay.
It is always direct speech. We cannot change it. And the second one is, if any statement which is universal truth,
Okay.
it is never changed.
Okay.
any universal truth is not changed.
Okay.
Any universal truth means, I tell you, like if I say the sun rises in the east,
Okay.
the sun rises in the east means rises in the east. Nobody can change it into indirect.
Yes. Okay.
You can't say
Correct.
that the sun rose in the east yesterday. It is not
Mm.
possible because this
Correct.
is universal truth.
Yeah.
We cannot change the tense of it.
Okay.
If you speak like this, yesterday the sun rose in the east.
Mm.
So this is the rule. Statement by any celebrity is never changed. Any universal truth is never changed.
Okay.
And now, direct and indirect. Direct means if suppose I say, I said to
One
him,
quick question, Subodhi here.
mm-hmm.
So, celebrity, you said celebrity, right? I mean, famous people are celebrities.
Any famous
A
person.
example, I can say like Abdul Kalam. We can say it as like a famous celebrity. Okay.
Yes.
Can we consider like film actors also celebrities, or I mean, how do we categorize like okay, these people are celebrities? I mean, for
You are
some
right.
way,
You are right. Because actually, if we are talking about some, the people who have done something for the nations or something for the people, welfare of the people. Like if you are
okay,
talking about Mahatma Gandhi, definitely he was a great personality.
okay,
And if we are talking about Abdul Kalam ji,
okay,
definitely he has done lot of things for the country. And suppose, or you can say Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh,
okay,
they all did something. And if they like, Subhash Chandra Bose said, तुम मुझे खून दो मैं तुम्हें आज़ादी दूंगा.
yes, okay,
It was said by Subhash Chandra Bose.
okay,
Means you give me blood and I will give you freedom.
yes.
But that is not, that cannot be changed because that was said by Subhash
Subhash
Chandra.
Chandra Bose. Okay,
Now, if suppose anything is said by Amitabh Bachchan,
okay,
he is film celebrity,
yes,
or but if something important is said by him,
okay,
like which is really good for the nation or good for the majority of the people,
okay,
then it cannot be changed. But
okay,
if he has told something which is very common, like
okay,
we must have dinner before 6 o'clock, as it was said by Akshay Kumar in
okay,
any interview.
okay.
Akshay Kumar is a Hindi actor,
Yeah, I
and
know.
he means actually he admitted that in his
Okay,
interview that
okay.
uh, I take
Mm.
I take my dinner before 6 p.m. every day.
Okay,
So this is direct speech. Akshay Kumar said in inverted comma, I
mm.
have my dinner before 6 p.m. every day. Inverted
Mm.
comma closed. This is direct speech. But you can change it
Okay,
because he has told you something which is very common. Anybody
okay.
can say it. You should have food before 6 p.m. every day.
Mm,
It
mm,
means
mm.
something new like तुम मुझे खून दो मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा.
Okay.
That
Okay.
is the statement which cannot be changed.
Okay. Understand.
Getting my point.
Sure. Sure.
But celebrity means like I am not considering film actor and actress here,
Exactly. That's what I feel. That's why
because
I asked you this question.
instead of
Because
celebrity you can say the famous personality of the
yes.
nation.
Okay.
I must change my word
That's
here.
fine. Because maybe that guy may be celebrity for other fans, not for me.
Yeah, you are
Right?
right.
I
Celebrity maybe
I
Sachin Tendulkar, maybe Amitabh Bachchan. But
yeah.
I am not talking about celebrity statement by any famous.
Yeah, like if you say like Mother Teresa, yes, I agree.
Yes.
Okay, Gandhi, I agree. Something like
I
that.
have
But
changed.
okay, no. Just I want to
No, it is
clarify my
good. It
thought.
is
That's
good.
it.
It is good.
Yeah,
Statement by
thank you.
any famous person, not by Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh Bachchan may be famous in his industry, but
Yeah,
he
he's also like one employee, paid employee. That's it, right?
he's not done anything good for the nation actually. In fact,
Exactly.
he is doing everything for him or for his family.
Yes,
So it's
agree.
okay. Let's come to the
Okay,
point.
okay,
So
okay. Thank
suppose
you.
uh, this is the sentence.
Okay,
Akshay Kumar said. Akshay Kumar said, inverted comma, I have my dinner at 6 or before 6 p.m. every day. Akshay Kumar said, I have
okay,
my dinner before. But when you speak, when you are actually, speaking with someone,
okay,
that time using direct speech is not good.
okay,
But people use it because they think it is very simple to speak. But for me, it is very difficult to use direct speech in speaking. And in fact, it is not advisable to use direct speech in speaking.
okay. Direct speech,
Huh.
but we can speak indirect speech, right?
Yes, in speaking, we should use indirect speech. How? I tell you.
Okay, okay.
Suppose I am telling you, one day I was watching TV and the interview of Akshay Kumar was going on, and anchor from some TV news was talking to Akshay Kumar, and Akshay
Mm,
Kumar said, I
mm,
have my dinner before 6 p.m. every day. It is not
mm,
very good because I am talking to you now. What I
mm,
must
mm,
say, one
mm,
day I was watching a program on television, and it was an interview of
mm,
Akshay Kumar, and an anchor asked a question. That time Akshay Kumar told that anchor he
mm, mm,
had that he
mm,
had his dinner before 6 p.m. every day,
mm. Okay, okay.
because this is past action.
Mm,
So now there a rule comes. What
mm.
that rule is, if past tense is there outside the inverted comma,
Okay,
if present tense is there outside the inverted comma.
Okay.
Conditions are there. There may be a present tense outside the inverted comma. There may be a
Okay.
past tense. There may be a future tense. I am not talking about the sentence inside the inverted comma. First, I am talking about the sentence outside the inverted comma. It may
Okay.
be a present tense, it may be a past tense, it may be a future tense.
Okay.
If it is present tense outside or future tense, we never change the tense of the sentence inside the inverted comma.
Oh, okay.
Getting my point?
Yes. Yes.
Should I write this or you can note it
Yeah.
down?
Okay. Okay. If the sentence.
If the sentence is
Okay.
means sentence outside the inverted comma may be present, past, future.
Maybe present.
May be present, past,
Or
or future.
oh, anyone.
But
Okay. Okay.
if present or future tense is there,
Okay.
we never change
Okay.
the tense of the sentence. We never change the tense of the sentence inside the inverted comma.
Okay.
But if past tense is there outside,
Okay.
we change
Okay.
the tense of the sentence
Okay.
inside the inverted comma as following.
Okay.
How? Present tense, present indefinite is changed into past indefinite.
Okay.
Present continuous is changed into past continuous.
Okay.
Present perfect is changed into past perfect.
Okay.
Present perfect continuous is changed into past perfect continuous.
Okay.
Past indefinite is changed into past perfect.
Okay.
Past continuous is changed into past perfect continuous.
Okay.
Past perfect is not changed. Past perfect is past perfect. Understood?
Okay.
Past perfect continuous is not changed. Past perfect
Okay.
continuous is past perfect continuous.
Okay.
Now, if models are there inside the inverted comma like will, would, shall, should, can, could, whatever,
Okay.
will is changed into would,
Okay.
shall is changed into should,
Okay.
can is changed into could,
Okay.
must is changed into had to, like this.
Okay.
And some of the phrases like yesterday is changed into previous day.
Okay.
Now is changed into then.
Okay.
Last year is changed into previous year.
Okay.
Tomorrow is changed into next day.
Okay.
Like this. This is the simple rule, but don't focus on rules.
Okay.
We are going to do lot of things here now. Practice.
Sure.
Because practice is important. Theory is.
Sure. Exactly. Yeah. Great.
I don't believe in theory much actually, but as we are studying, so we need to focus on some theory. That's why I have told you.
Okay.
Otherwise, I don't believe in theory. If you want to drive, you want to learn how to drive a car, go inside the car and start driving.
Yeah. Correct.
Instead of learning this is first gear, this is this.
Yeah.
No. Go put the key inside that and start the car and okay. So simple sentences. I so here we are going to learn past sentences outside the inverted comma. I said to him, "What is your name?" I said to him, "What is your name?"
Mm.
He said to me, "My name is Rakesh." This is direct speech.
Okay.
I said to him, "What is your name?"
Mm.
He said to me, "My name is Rakesh." But now, when you are talking to someone, you are not going to speak like that. I said to him, "What is your name?" He said to me, "My name is Rakesh."
Okay.
It
Yes.
doesn't look good actually. People speak like this,
Yes.
but it is not very good.
Yes.
It is very simple because it's a question. You should say, "I asked him what his name was." I asked him what his name was. He replied his name was Rakesh. Simple. I asked him because it's a question. मैंने उससे पूछा. But in direct speech we always write I said to him. I asked him what his name was. It should not be a question now. I asked him what his name was. He replied or he answered. He replied or he answered. What? His name was Rakesh.
Okay.
Or you can
He
say,
replied. Yeah.
yes.
Sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
He replied that. आप
Okay.
यूज भी कर सकते me you can use that or if you don't use that no problem. He replied
Okay.
that. Actually, usually it is written in the books that he replied that his name was. You can say like that, or if you speak, he replied his name was Rakesh. It's okay. There is no need to write that.
Okay.
What is the need? But it is written in books. That's why I have told you.
Okay.
If you take the books from any library or somewhere, I
Okay.
asked him what his name was. He replied his name was Rakesh. That's all. I asked him where he was going that time.
Okay.
I asked him where he was going that time. Direct speech of it is I said to him, where are you going right now? It is difficult for me to make. Direct speech is difficult for me. Indirect speech is not difficult for me. And the same thing is going to happen with you
Oh,
after
okay.
some time. You will be comfortable in indirect speech
Okay.
because you will have command over it. तो उसमें मजा आएगा फिर इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच में. तो आई आस्क्ड
So
हिम.
replied one thing and answered is another one, right?
हाँ. यस.
And told also we can say, right? No?
यस.
Okay.
Responded.
Okay.
He
Okay.
responded. His name was Rakesh.
Oh, okay.
This is
So
my
in
wish. What I want to use. Any book can't tell me.
okay, done.
There is no hard and fast rule, but some of the author has written that this is the hard and fast rule. You have to use told. Why? I don't want to use told. What is wrong
Okay.
in it? He replied. Nothing
Okay.
wrong.
Sure.
He
Okay.
replied, he responded, he answered, or he told.
But that should be the past. Whatever is
Yes,
there,
yes,
what, the word what we are using there, that should be past, right?
yes, yes. That should be
Okay.
in past tense.
Okay.
He replied, he answered, he responded, he told. His name was Rakesh.
Okay.
I asked him again. I asked him again where he was going that time. I asked him again where he was going that time. He didn't reply.
Hmm.
अब देखिए आप, he didn't reply.
Hmm.
He turned a deaf ear to me.
Okay.
He turned a deaf ear to me. It means उसने मेरी बात को अनसुना कर दिया. You understand the meaning? अनसुना
Yes.
करना means turn a deaf ear to someone. मतलब
Okay.
अपना बहरा कान दूसरे की तरफ कर देना means उसको अनसुना कर देना. It is idiomatic way of expressions. He turned a deaf ear to me. Or he didn't answer anything. I asked
Okay.
him where he was going. That time he was quiet. He didn't speak anything. He didn't answer. He turned a deaf ear to me. Like this. Or if he has answered, he replied, he told me happily, or he was very much excited and he told me he was going to cinema with his girlfriend. Anything. But you must know what you have to use in different situation. He was very happy, or he replied with excitement. He replied with a joy that he was going to play his match like this.
Okay.
Okay, again, hmm, I asked him how old he was.
Okay.
I asked him how old he was. I asked him how old he was. He told me he was 21-year old. He told me. Here told is better क्योंकि उसने कुछ
Okay.
बताया आपको, उसने कुछ बताया. He told me he was
Hmm.
21-year old that time. I was surprised. I was surprised that he was just 21.
Hmm.
I was that he was just 21. I was surprised. I was surprised that he was just 21 and going to play a national match or national game like this.
Okay.
Sometimes little bit means I am just going away from that, means traditional way of learning. I am going little bit away from that now.
Okay.
Okay. Suppose I speak a sentence. I know. I know. Suppose I say, what do you do in morning? What do you do in morning? Of course, it's a question. What do you do in morning? What do you do in the morning? I do some yoga in morning. What do you do? It's okay. It is a question. But if you want to make it polite, you can say, may I know? May I know what you do in the morning? Same thing. Meaning is same. What do you do in the morning? May I know what you do in the morning? It is more polite.
Okay.
Or if you are a policeman.
Yes. Before that, I have a question here in this sentence. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So, may I know what you do in the morning, right?
Yes.
So, do we need to change that from what to in the morning also question
No,
why,
no.
or just it is like a statement type.
Because we are not going to change the tense, because we this is not means we are this is our statement, present time.
Okay, okay,
दिस इज डिफरेंट. ये थोड़ा
okay,
हटके बता रहा हूँ आप कुछ चीजें.
okay,
These are also useful. Your doubt is okay. I understand why you have doubt.
okay,
कि इसको चेंज क्यों नहीं कर रहे हम, बिकॉज इट इज इन प्रेजेंट एंड देर इज
okay,
नो आउटसाइड सेंटेंस इन पास्ट. बिकॉज
okay,
दिस सेंटेंस इज इन प्रेजेंट ओनली. कि सपोज यू हैव टू आस्क समवन, किसी से
okay,
आपको पूछना है.
okay,
You are talking someone. Suppose I am talking to you this time and I ask you, what do you do in the morning, Mr. Srinivasan?
okay,
And instead of that, I say, may I know what you do in the morning? Simple.
okay,
It is more polite. But this is also the part of direct indirect speech. But you won't get such things in the books.
okay. Suppose if I ask like, may I know what do you do in the morning? Is it correct or not?
Yes. What?
What do you do in
Is
the
it? It
morning?
is absolutely wrong. It is the murder of the sentence.
Okay, okay,
I wanted you to ask me the same thing. That's why I was repeating.
okay,
मैं चाहता था आप ये पूछो मुझसे.
okay, okay,
अब
okay,
आप सही जा रहे हैं. यू आर गोइंग ऑन द राइट वे.
okay.
अब आपको मजा आएगा.
Sure.
You will enjoy. And
Okay,
the same thing I wanted. The
okay,
same spirit I want from you. आपने कहा what do you do in the morning? May I know what do you do in the morning? It is absolutely wrong.
okay,
Why? Why? Remember one thing. Any interrogative word like what, like when, like why, like who, like whom, like whose, and how, like how many, like how much. Is anything left? What, when, why, whom, whose. No, you have written. Any interrogative word like this.
okay,
What, when, why, who, whom, whose, how many, how much, or any interrogative word if I have forgotten to write.
okay,
If they come in between the sentence,
okay,
this is the rule. If they come in between the sentence,
mm,
sentence cannot be interrogative.
okay,
Meaning may be interrogative,
okay,
but if they come in between, they cannot be interrogative sense.
okay, got it.
Sense of the question may be interrogative. I am not
Mm,
concerned with that.
mm,
But question, it cannot be a question. क्यों? Because double questions are not allowed in English.
okay,
Because you are already speaking, may I know? This is already a question.
super. Got it.
Double
So,
question cannot be allowed,
okay,
or are not allowed in English. In Hindi, you can speak double question. क्या मैं जान सकता हूँ आप कहाँ रहते हैं? It's okay. In Hindi, it's okay. In English,
mm, mm,
जैसे आपने कहा may I know where do you sorry where do you live? Is it right or wrong?
clan.
Yes.